Welcome to Late to the Party, where we review movies that are a minimum of 10 years old. Joining us today are the Comic Lizard, the Jaded Geek, and the most exciting, entertaining, fuzziest guy on Whatnot, the Fuzzster. Today's movie. Today's movie is Santa Slay. Santa Slay is a 2005 horror comedy starring Bill Goldberg, Douglas Smith, Emil de Ravin, Robert Culp, Dave Thomas, Sal Rubinek, and lots of other interesting people, especially the cameos in the beginning. Chris Kattan, it was crazy.
James Caan, dude.
Right, James Caan.
James Caan, dude.
Presser.
Yeah, James Caan is actually uncredited in the movie, so take.
He's like, I want
take
that on my resume.
Yeah. 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Too low.
3.7 out of 5 on Vudu.
Too low.
Yes, Vudu does great ratings. 86% like this movie of Google users. The release date was January 1st, 2004 in the U.S. Directed by David Steinman. Let's see. After a millennium of spreading Christmas cheer, Santa Claus, Bill Goldberg, reverts to his demonic self and gives the gift of fear.
Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
So I'm the one who has been suggesting this thing for weeks now, and we finally got enough votes, which I thank the audience and our assembled members here for that. About a year ago, somebody I know on Facebook put up a spicy meme or a comment rather about Jewish folks, and he put up a small clip of this movie with his own soundtrack in the background, and it was basically the scene of Goldberg as Santa walking down the street, growling at those Orthodox Jews, and then breaking into the bagel place and killing, was this Saul Rubenstein?
Yep.
Oh my God. And so I was like, what the heck am I watching? So I had to do some digging because he didn't credit what the movie was. So I dug and like after a couple of days I finally found the movie, and I'm like, one of these days I got to get around to watching it. And so
Behold.
Late to the party provided an opportunity.
Late to the party provided. So now I got to see the whole thing in context, which was something else.
I want to know how the director was able to pitch to get all those cameos at the beginning of the movie. How do you walk up to James Caan and go, okay, this is what's going to happen? And he's like, fuck it, I'll do it. Why not? Like,
I'll tell you how it happens. I'll tell you how it happens. Either the director or someone had dirt on somebody, they owed money in a contract, or fucking they were just like friends with someone. Because the whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm going, all these people owed money or something like that, or fucking, you know what I mean? Like
Uncle James.
Like they were reading the script, going like, no way, like what the fuck, dude? Wait,
You want me
you're
to
gonna
do
pay me?
what?
If I do this, I don't have to do these other two? Okay, fuck.
Somebody's got a nephew in film school.
That's what I said too. I told Josh, this is the film school guy's like final, like this is his final. This is where.
If this was a film school, I posted one of my first film school movies on Facebook the other
I
day.
just saw it.
And dude, it's bad. Like, don't get me wrong. It's for first time not bad, but fucking film horrible, dude. Like just like garbage. If this was a film student, he deserves to get a bigger budget. That's all I'm saying. Dude. Like that was like, I couldn't believe some of the shit they were doing in this movie, man. Like I was when it started, dude, I swear to God, I was like, because we watched it on the tube, and I'm like, is this the right one? Because there's Fran Dresser, there's fucking Chris Kattan. Like, are they in this? Like, what? I
James
like,
Caan.
Yeah, and I'm
And
like,
then what's her name? The pretty one that's at the end of the table.
I never remember her name. She's like the cheap.
Gayheart.
She's the poor man's Felicity and shit.
Yeah,
Right.
Rebecca Gayheart or Gerhardt or something.
Harder. I don't know.
She when he
Rebecca Gayheart.
Yeah.
right, like, so I go, like, I went into this thinking it's a horror movie, right? Like, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a horror movie, you know, kind of thing. And when he punted the dog, I went, oh shit, it's one of those movies. I was like, this is awesome. When I sat down, and it just didn't stop from there. Like even down to the cheesy acting of the kid, you know, like the girl going, am I gonna have to make all the first moves? You know, she like puts his hand on his boob so she could push him through and stuff like that. And like down to like when he walked into the police station, he's talking to the cop. His name was Balls, and the other one was Bush or something. And he's like, do you follow Balls? Like, you know, like the setup for the joke was like a fucking like a T-ball. Like we were talking about baseball, like the ball was right there for the joke, and he just kept like just. Come on, I can hit it. I know I can get this joke. I can get it soon. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I love this. This is so good. I was walking around to my kids going, look, Santa just kicked the shit out of this.
Okay, my favorite is the fact that the whole of us having Christmas for the last millennium had to do with a curling contest. Like, the sport that I learned about from the Winter
And you
Olympics,
know this had to be a Canadian movie for that. I was like, this is a Canadian movie, dude. Like, I was like, yeah.
I look at Josh and him talking about throwing rocks and stuff when they go back to like that, not claymation, but like the.
It was kind of like South Park.
But you know what I mean? And then like, he just like, I go, Josh, are they fucking curling right now? Are they curling? And then it happens again, and you're just like, and the brooms are there and everything. I'm like, oh my God. My dad's gonna love this for all the right, wrong reasons. Like the bad puns, but the curling is like the cherry on the sundae. Like that was.
So this is what tripped me out. Okay. We all watched it through that link that Josh provided on YouTube. And there is gratuitous nudity in this movie. How did it fucking come out on YouTube?
That's the thing I can't understand. The whole movie is there, and it's got like the whole thing in it, and somehow he didn't get a copyright strike? Is it just because people forgot this movie exists?
I do. No, you'd be surprised at what you'll find on YouTube. Like Gleaming the Cube, the one I was telling you guys about with Christian Slater. This is where I watch it. I watch it on YouTube. Anytime I want to watch it, pop it on YouTube. It's right there. You know, like they've got movies that people forget about, I think, or don't have like copyright. You know, like I'll bet you this wasn't put out by a certain, you know, like Warner Brothers or something like that. Lionsgate. Well, yeah, see, Lionsgate isn't even around.
No, I'm sorry. Viacom was that other movie. Never mind.
Yeah, like there's not really any of those people around looking for this movie that they probably lost millions of dollars on and shit like that. So, I mean, they could give a fuck about it. Like, but like the beauty of this thing was just like you said. There's literally a strip club scene where they're not trying to like do the whole like, you know, I'm covering my hand with the nipple, like it's just titty out like that, dude. You know what I mean? Just in their face. When he grabbed the girl and made out with her and then points at the mistletoe, dude. Stupid, dude.
And the name of the place, of course, is Gold Diggers.
Yeah, and it's Goldberg. Like, it's fucking Goldberg, dude. Like, I'm dying.
The deaths in this, especially the deaths in like the strip like club. He goes to grab the pole, but he doesn't want to grab the pole.
Yeah, he cleans it.
It's funny, he cleans it first. You're like, what the hell? He grabs it, though. You think he's gonna like stab the guy, and he like electrocutes him.
He throws it till the guy catches it, and he kicks the bottom up into the light.
All right, that's good. Okay.
That's what I mean. Like it is. It was like vaudevillian deaths, you know what I mean? Like even
and he did his wrestling moves too.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did the spear and he did the drop behind him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like even the what's his the when the girl in the beginning of the movie when she fell backwards and got scared and the fucking pole went through her throat and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like everything was comedic almost, like when everyone died. That's why I was like, oh, this isn't a horror movie. This is a funny movie. Like, all right, I'm ready.
But there's actually a lot of like well-known actors in this. Like, I mean, not I guess. Well, I mean Robert he's Colt, and then Emilia Clarke. She's not Emilia Clarke. What's her nut? You mentioned her. she's from like Lost and a couple of other things too. You know, Goldberg, and then everybody at the beginning of the movie. Because even all of the daughters, they're all three of them were. I think one of the other daughters is like one of the Hanson sisters or something. You know, from the rock group, and one of the other guys is from Strange Brew, the pastor, right? That's the not Rick Moranis.
Dave Thomas,
yeah,
Pastor Timmons.
Yeah, I was surprised about how many, like, every time somebody popped up, it's like, oh, I've seen them from that. Even the Jewish deli owner guy, he's always he's like in all kinds of
Rubenek.
Rubenek.
No, I always remember the guy from the deli. I always remember him from that Ted Danson, Macaulay Culkin movie, Getting Even with Dad and shit like that. That's where I always remember him from, like, because of his little, like, weird eye and shit. And a True Romance. In his True Romance, he's the producer.
Tommy Lister was in there too. Debo, Zeus.
Yeah, dude. He's in it for like 2 seconds, dude.
Right.
I love that.
I was expecting him
to do more. He gets to keep the change. Merry Christmas to me. Like, got like 62 cents or something like that. I'm excited.
Dude, this was the best pick, I think, of all the Christmas movies we've done so far. I'm not even, like, I have a new Christmas classic. Like, I'm going to watch all the Lethal Weapons.
Try to find this one on DVD.
You damn right it is. It's going in the fucking collection, dude. This was like I literally sent it to my cousin. I sent the link to all my buddies that watch bad movies with me. I was like, if you have not watched it, everyone's like, what is this? I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, just watch the first 10 minutes. You won't turn it off. And they fucking called me up. They're like, it's only an hour long. I'm like, exactly, dude. Like, just take an hour out of your day and watch this shit, dude. And
I gotta send it to Dad.
Everyone loved it, dude. Like, everyone loved it. I didn't hear one complaint. Like, even with all the cheesy stuff that was going on in the movie, everyone was just like, it's fucking perfect. Like, down to the bazooka, they're all fucking shooting with their rifles, and the fucking guy shoots it down, and just meat and shit flies out. That's the shit that I wish people would give me money to make. Like, I was like, here, Fuzzy, go make this thing. Oh God, you can have my paycheck. Let's do it, dude. Like, I'll fucking make this all day.
So good.
Oh man, yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Honestly,
you should put the link in the link for this. It's on YouTube. Everybody needs to watch this movie.
So it is a little bit campy. It's made in Canada. It's obviously low budget. There's a lot of like goofiness in it, but really none of that's the problem. The worst part about the movie is the main kid, that Douglas Smith actor. He is awful. At every scene he's in, you don't believe that he believes that he's doing this.
But I think he's trying to play that. Like, I want to see something else this guy's done before I judge him, because you're watching everyone play in this movie, they're all giving their worst acting part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're really like playing it up, and like,
like, but even the beginning where it's like, what is it, like 30 seconds of them doing stuff before they all get murdered. And even James Caan, even if he doesn't want to be there, you still believe that he's like the a-hole dad in that family. You know what I mean? You just believe it. But this kid, I don't believe anything that comes out of his damn mouth.
What does he say to Chris Kattan when Chris Kattan bangs Fran Drescher? He's like, you look, you pimple popping pussy or something. I was like, that was ad-libbed right there, dude. He just fucking came out with that. Like, that was not written, dude. That's Con all the way through. But, like, I don't know. I don't think I'm a great actor, so if I was ever going to be like a star, like the main character, I would want to be in a movie like this, so it's like it doesn't get held against me. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, look, it's just the movie. That's just the way it was supposed to be, like, kind of thing. Like, like, oh God, it's so bad. It's so bad. He's bad in The Girlfriend. The Girlfriend was killing me, dude. I was like, Oh God, she's so
Yeah,
terrible.
She's
at
much
least-
better in Lost.
But at least she's easy on the eyes. That kid's just a goof, you know?
No, yeah, I agree with that. Like, but like even like again, like that line, like God, am I gonna have to make all the first moves? You know, she like puts his hand on her tits and like as she so he can push her in, and I'm like laughing. I'm like, oh, it's horrible. Jesus Christ! But I can't look away. What is gonna happen next?
Very interesting movie for sure. All right, well, let's get into the buckets, guys.
All right, you guys
Let's
go
for
first.
it, honey, since it's your favorite
Oh.
movie.
It's not my favorite movie. It was just my pick, and you're welcome. Yeah, I probably would rate it higher, except like I said, that Douglas Smith's performance is just terrible in it. So this movie is gonna get a 7 out of me.
Nice.
7? That's not bad. That's not
Yeah,
bad
that's
at
not,
all.
yeah.
It's terrible. That's a C.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Josh on this one, just because like this, it's great and it's fun and it's funny, but this is one of those ones where you just kind of have it in the background and you watch it. This is the movie that I would watch with my dad. My dad would call me up and be like, "Hey, there's this stupid something or other on Sci-Fi Channel or on this channel. You're the only one that'll watch it with me. Get your ass over here and watch it." Okay, Dad. Like, it's one of those ones. So it's got that like campy feel to it. So it's funny and I laugh.
It's fun.
It looks like the person also liked a bunch of the 80s like one-liners, you know, like the ho 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 and like versus the stick around kind of thing. That I mean, it's like it has all of that fun stuff, but still, it's not like, oh my god, this is the best movie ever now. But it's a 7.
And it, you know,
For a
it's
Christmas horror movie.
it's definitely rewatchable. I'm gonna watch it again sometime. So
Yeah, 7.
So does that just leave me behind? This is
We
a
know
solid.
Buzz is gonna give it a 10. So.
No, I was just gonna say, look, I agree with you guys 110%. This is a 7 movie. As far as a movie goes, this is a 7 all day because it's just okay. But these certain scenes, these certain lines, think of it like grading a comic book, right? If there's like a tick in there or something like that, you know, it knocks it down like a 0.5%. I work backwards with movies, you see? So if it could be a shitty movie, but there's like 20 great fucking scenes in that movie, it's going to become a 5 instead of a 1. So because it's a 7, because of the strip club scene, because of the dog being punted into the sky, because of the bazooka, okay? Because of those things, it has bumped it up to an 8.2. Not an 8.5, not a 7.5, 8.2. So yes, dude, this is a movie I would watch again, dude. I love it. Artwork.
This one gets a 6 for me. I don't consider a 7 to be a C. I don't consider these to be graded on like a scholastic curve or whatever. So yeah, it's solid. It's a solid movie. I was entertained. I think if the next time if I do watch this movie, I'll probably pick a certain spot in the beginning and just or a certain spot in the middle and watch through that spot maybe over and over again. But other than that, I don't see myself watching the movie in its entirety too often. I don't know if it jumps onto my Christmas playlist.
It's on
Other
mine.
than
I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised, Nate. I kind of figured you were going to give it a 10 for the.
well, maybe I'll watch that part over and over again. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. From that part on. That's the part that gets watched over.
No, we forgot to mention when he ran the old lady off the road. Like, that was priceless. Like,
Oh,
move, bitch!
yeah. Right.
Like one bump and her car goes up, upside down,
And then it
lights on
explodes.
fire.
Oh, God.
Well, you know what? I'll listen to you guys. We'll link it below, and then there is a spot where you could donate to that guy's cancer research.
Yeah.
So you can check it out. Until then, we'll be back next week with another late to the party. I'm not sure what it's going to be. We'll probably discuss it. We need some content for the next show because we're going pretty dry into the live stream this week. So we'll come up with something. Until then, you want to take us out, Fuzz?
How about everyone have some love, some peace, and some chicken grease, ladies and gentlemen? Woo!
All right, cool beans.